Hey YouTube, Bird Billy here. Today I want to talk to you about lamp cords and polarity on them. So I got a extension cord here, lamp cord. We're going to snip it like we were doing some work on it or some wiring. Okay, so what I've got here is this. I got two white wires. How do I know what's hot and what's common? Right? Because typically you're going to have a white wire and a black wire, a white wire and a red wire. Get your hot and your commons. I don't have that, so how do I know? Well, what they do for us on lamp cords to make it easy is one of these is going to be smooth. The other one is going to have some ridges or some ribs on it. The side that has ribs or ridges on it is going to be your neutral side. The side that is smooth is going to be your hot side or your positive side. What I want to call attention to here is it's important when you're working with wiring to know the path that's going down here so you're not swapping polarities around. And the reason why this is really important on a light is because if you swap polarity on a light, the switch is no longer working properly because the power is not coming up to the switch and then being turned on and off. The power is flowing through the fixture back to the switch and then being turned on and off, which means the whole time the fixture or the light outlet socket is hot. Years ago I was working on a house. I was helping my brother out and they were redoing a house. I was young and dangerous back then, and I didn't know to check myself when I was shutting power off, right? I thought, you know, I knew what I was doing. I cut a corner, so I went ahead and I threw a light switch off to change out a light. I got up there, started working on it, and I got bit, all right? I got zapped. Why did that happen? Because I turned the power switch off. I turned the light switch off. That should have killed power to the light. What I didn't know was that whoever had been in the house before had done some wiring, and what they had done is they had reversed polarity and they had sent the power through the neutral side. So what that did is power came in through the light switch, through the light fixture, down the wall to the light switch and was broken there. So when I turned it on and off, that light never really turned on and off. It was just breaking the power over here at the wall. Hopefully I didn't confuse you there. What I want to do is I've actually got two lights. One is wired properly. The other one, I cut the cord and wired it backwards. So what we've got is a polarity switched problem. And I'm going to show you how this can be very dangerous. Okay, so for this test, what I've done is this one here, this one on the left, is wired improperly. I cut the wires and I wired them backwards. So basically the polarity is reversed on this. This light fixture here on the right is wired correctly. This is factory wired. So we're looking down into both of these light sockets and we're seeing in the bottom, we're seeing the brass plate down there. That is where your power is supposed to be at. The outside where the thread is, that's where your common is. Okay, so we really shouldn't be getting a power reading on the silver. We should get it only on the brass down there in the center. So what I'm going to do is I've got my red lead right here. The meter's on. You guys can see what's going on here. And right now, this is a sensitive meter. It's just floating around. It's getting some bleed over voltage because it's tied into a common. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lead and we're going to go in here and we're going to test out this light fixture that's wired properly. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to touch down here on the center. And we're really not getting any volts. We're about 5. I'm going to turn it on. And you can see it went to 123 volts. Now if I touch the side of it, there's really nothing there. In fact, now it steadies out because it's actually seeing the same common. So now we're down to almost nothing. So when I come back in here, I touch that. We see the 123. What I want to do is I got 123 showing, and I'm going to turn it off. And it went back to just having a few volts coming through, touch on the common, and there's basically nothing there. All right? This is the one that's wired incorrectly. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to check on the center. And there's really no volts here. I'm going to turn it on. I've got nothing. Okay? I'm going to touch where there should be a common. And what's this? We have 123 volts showing up. I'm going to turn it off. The volts didn't go away. So here I am, I'm touching this thing, I'm turning the switch on and off, and I have constant power here. That's dangerous. So first off, the power shouldn't have been here. It should have been down on the brass. It shouldn't have been on the side like that. And secondly, the switch is no longer operating properly. Why is that? That's because the polarity has been reversed. Alright, well I just want to call attention to this. Even if you've been working around electricity for a while and you're comfortable wiring your house and stuff, sometimes people don't always understand what they're working with. And it's important that when you're working with electricity, you understand what it is that you're doing. And you know, a simple thing like a lamp cord change out, that's something a hardware store would tell you to do, or you know, you can go into Home Depot or Lowe's and pick up the lamp cord and change something out. So just make sure that if you are working on that, or if you're working on a larger project and you're wiring the lights in your house or rewiring a light, just make sure you know what the polarity is and that you've got it right, that your common is your common and your hot is your hot, and you're not switching things around. Because if you do, you can create a dangerous situation. Alright, well as always, I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.